Hi, I'm Roger Pettingell, Sarasota's luxury waterfront property specialist. Welcome back to this edition of Real Talk. Today I thought we'd talk about the two questions that I consistently get asked. Whether it's by email or phone or see somebody in the street, they always say, is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? Or a variation of that is, when is the best time to buy or sell? So let's start by looking at buying. When would really be the best time to buy? So I have to say to you, like, who are you? Are you an investor? So you need to get the very best price, and that's going to be what matters to you the most, right? At the end of the day, you're going to be somebody who's either looking for a return, a rental return, or an appreciation return. So I'm going to talk to you first. So as an investor, I'm going to say that probably your best opportunity for the least pricing you'll find in our market will be in the dead of summer, probably in September. The only thing about that is you're also probably going to have the least choice. So that means the things, the low-hanging fruit, the best properties, they're going to be picked off during the season. You're going to find that a lot of sellers will also be thinking that this isn't the best time to have their property on the market, so you'll have less choice. But those properties that have been on the market all season and languished perhaps through the summer tends to find sellers who are a little bit more motivated. If you're just a buyer who's looking for a second home, kind of the classic Sarasota area buyer, maybe retiring down here, I mean, I think it's really important to think about lifestyle, right? Like you might not be buying at the bottom of a market, but you might also be getting exactly what you want. And I think that what we're finding more important for a lot of people over money is actually time. So is it time that they're going to have to invest in renovating a property, building a property, or is it really better that they actually get what they want? I also like to be a buyer in a market that isn't catching a falling knife. I like a stable market myself. It gives me comfort at night knowing that what I bought is not going to be continuing declining, like if you were a purchaser in 2008 or 2009, say. So we're coming into a great buying time. We're bringing on a lot of properties ourselves, new listings this time of year. Maybe now's even a good time before too many people have seen them to start looking. February and March, we always have a lot of contracts written just by the fact that that's when the most people are here in Florida. So if you're a buyer, interest rates continue to be low, stock market's at record highs, we're increasing our inventory, now's the time where I'd really be looking, unless you're like that investor person we talked about. So now you're a seller. When is the best time to sell? So again, conditionally upon where are you coming from? Are you kids of a parent that needs to get out of a house, or it's an estate situation? You probably don't have the ability to wait months or even a year to get to a market where it might be better, say. So now is the time for you always. If you're a typical seller, just like that typical buyer scenario that we see in Sarasota, maybe you're moving into something else. Sometimes we see people leaving the area. The best time is really coming in again right now to be a seller. When you do have those buyers flipping into looking for opportunities to find good inventory out there. Some people say, should we wait for February, March? I don't think so. Last year, we sold 25 million in the fall. I mean, that was a strong fall season for us, and I don't see any reason why you wouldn't expect that. And you might even argue that as properties are coming on the market, you don't want to wait until every single person's put their property on the market, say in February, March with that theory. So now would be a good time to really be thinking about it. What we're doing is we're listing properties, we're getting them in prime condition, we're using weather like this to photograph amazing properties. And then, as the time is right throughout October, we're putting them on. So I hope that helps a little bit. If you'd like to have some private consulting or buying and selling, give us a call at 941-387-1840 or check us out online at longboatrealestate.com.